One of the simplest, yet most profound lessons of life. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. This phrase, often attributed to Martin Luther King Jr., is more than just a metaphor. It is a philosophy of courage, faith, and action. It is a reminder that the greatest journeys of life don't begin with certainty. They begin with a single step taken in trust. Too often, we stand at the bottom of the staircase of our dreams, frozen. We look up and think, it's too high. It's too dark. I can't see the top. What if I stumble? What if I fail? And so, instead of moving forward, we stay where we are, paralyzed by fear of the unknown. But here is the truth. You don't need to know every step ahead of you. You don't need to see the whole picture. You only need the courage to take the step that is in front of you. Because that step will lead to another, and soon the staircase that once seemed impossible will be behind you. Let's be honest. Most of us want guarantees. We want certainty. We want the map before we begin the journey. We want the whole staircase illuminated before we dare to move. Why? Because uncertainty scares us. We fear making the wrong choice. We fear failure. We fear wasting time. We fear judgment from others. So we wait. We wait for perfect clarity. We wait for the right time. We wait for all the lights to turn green before we leave the driveway. But here's the secret. The right time will never come. The whole staircase will never be visible. Life reveals itself step by step, not all at once. Every great achievement in history began not with a master plan, but with a first step. When the Wright brothers built their first flying machine, they didn't know exactly how airplanes would evolve, but they took the first step. When Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, he failed thousands of times, but he kept taking the next step. When J.K. Rowling began writing about a boy wizard on a train, she didn't know it would become one of the most beloved stories of all time. She just took the first step of writing one page. Your first step doesn't need to be perfect. It only needs to be taken. Because momentum is born in action, not in waiting. We often think that successful people have everything figured out, that they see the whole staircase before they climb. But if you listen to their stories, you'll realize something powerful. They were just as uncertain as you are now. Entrepreneurs don't start with all the answers. They start with an idea and take one step. Athletes don't know if they'll win the championship. They start with one workout, one practice. Leaders don't know if their vision will succeed. They take one bold step into the unknown. Clarity is not a prerequisite for action. Action is the path to clarity. Let me tell you a story. A traveler was walking through a valley covered in thick fog. He could not see the mountain peak ahead. He could not see the whole path, but he could see the ground beneath his feet. At first, he hesitated. How can I walk if I don't know where I'm going? He thought. But then he realized, as long as he kept taking one step, the fog would gradually reveal the way forward. Hours later, he stood at the top of the mountain. He never saw the whole staircase, but he climbed it, one step at a time. That traveler is you. Life is often covered in fog. You will rarely see the summit clearly. But if you trust each step, the path will unfold. The first step is always the hardest because it requires 1. Breaking inertia. It's easier to do nothing than to start. 2. Facing fear. Once you move, failure becomes a possibility. 3. Trusting the unseen. You move without knowing the whole picture. But the first step is also the most powerful because it transforms fear into momentum. Think of a rocket. Most of its fuel is used just to lift off the ground. Once it's in motion, the journey becomes easier. So it is with your dreams. Rosa Parks didn't see the whole staircase of civil rights reform when she refused to give up her seat. She just took the first step of courage. Malala Yousafzai didn't see herself as a Nobel Prize winner when she spoke up for girls' education. She just took the first step of raising her voice. Elon Musk didn't know exactly how electric cars or rockets would transform the world. He just took the first step of trying. All of these people prove that greatness doesn't require knowing the entire path, only the courage to begin walking. Psychologists tell us that our brains reward action with clarity. When we take a step, our minds engage differently. We notice opportunities we couldn't see before. We learn from experience, not theory. This is why action is the antidote to fear. Fear thrives in stillness and speculation. But once you move, fear begins to lose its grip. Have you ever noticed that the hardest part of running is putting on your shoes? The hardest part of writing is the first sentence. The hardest part of speaking is saying the first word. Once you start, the rest follows more naturally. 1. Shrink the staircase. Don't think about the whole journey. Just focus on what's in front of you. 2. Commit publicly. Tell someone about your step. It builds accountability. 3. Celebrate small wins. Reward yourself for progress, not perfection. 4. Detach from the outcome. Focus on action, not results. The results will come. 5. Trust the process. Believe that each step matters, even if you can't see where it leads. After the first step, you will face the temptation to stop. The staircase may still look intimidating. You may feel tired, discouraged, or uncertain. But remember, every step makes the next one easier. Momentum is your friend. With each step, the staircase shortens. With each step, you grow stronger. With each step, you prove to yourself that you can climb higher than you thought possible. Think of the legacy you will leave by taking the first step. A parent who takes the first step towards healing inspires their children. A leader who takes the first step towards change inspires their team. A dreamer who takes the first step towards creation inspires the world. Your courage to step forward becomes a ripple that touches countless lives. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. If you never take the first step, where will you be? Stuck at the bottom of the staircase, looking up, wondering, what if? If you take the first step today, where could you be? Higher, stronger, wiser, living the life you once only dreamed of. The choice is yours. So, my dear friends, let me remind you once more. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Don't wait for perfect clarity. It will never come. Don't wait for all the lights to turn green. They never will. Don't let the fear of the unknown paralyze you. The unknown is where life unfolds. Take the step. Write the sentence. Make the call. Sign up for the class. Say yes to the opportunity. Say no to what no longer serves you. Your staircase is waiting. You don't need to see the top. You only need to trust the step in front of you. And if you keep stepping, one day you will look back and realize that the staircase you once feared is now the story of your triumph. So go, step forward, trust the path, because the life you dream of is only one step away.